Hi all, it's Matt from Moto Reviews, and today I'm just going to do a quick unboxing of my new Motorola X Style, aka Pure Edition in the US. This is the UK model or the Europe model, which is also known as Style. I've just received this today, so I'm literally just about to boot up for the first time. I've not turned it on, obviously I've just quickly opened a box of excitement. So as you can see, I'll just go through that. So just a standard template. No, it's a bigger box than normal compared to, I've done a Moto X review earlier, and my Moto X second gen box is a bit smaller, so they've packed a bit more in. So you do get the free bumper shell, hopefully not like the iPhone where you need it for signal, but I think it's just generally to protect those corners and that metal premium feel on the side really. So there you go. Interesting thing is you do actually get the UK turbocharger in a device, which I can open up now because I will be using this. It's the first time Motorola have actually put a turbocharger with a Motorola product. I believe they have one with the Nexus, but this one is actually hardwired in. I believe this is going to be the same as the US edition is the same as well. Like I said, you can't disconnect that, but it is micro USB, and I'm pretty certain it was. You can see on there. It's the turbo power, obviously the wattage and so on and so forth. So it'll be interesting to see what I can get from that. Generally they say for 15-minute charge at 0% you can get 8 hours battery life depending on usage. But again, something really good to have. It does have the 3000 milliamp battery in the back of this device. I'm pretty certain the Moto X has 3825/50 I think it is. So you can see there I've gone for the black leather. My Moto X second gen was bamboo. I did have a leather one, and it felt a bit more cushiony than this at the moment. When I looked at it, it looked kind of just like the plastic you can get, but when you see it up close you can kind of just see that that leather kind of look really. I've gone for the red accents, and then on the front you can see I've gone the same as my Moto X second gen, so it's pretty much the same as obviously the front flash, better camera, so on and so forth. The one thing I would say is some people complained, you know, obviously you don't want to scratch your back or, you know, whatever material that you had, so you would try and put it on your front. But well, it's the one speaker on this device, and then obviously the phone speaker and the near speaker on the back, on the front, sorry. You would lie it down, and some people say, oh, okay, well that means your grill, your speakers are now being marked. On this one it's raised a little bit, but on my wife's Moto X Play they're actually flat. You can't feel them at all. I can feel as a screen. So if I just take this off here, so there we go. So it's a 5.7 inch screen compared to the 5.5 on the Moto X Play, and then the 5.2 on my Moto X second gen. So if I just compare those two there, so you can see a bit more of an increase, and then if you put that against the Moto X Play, as you can see that tiny bit at the top, so it's not much, so a 5.7 to a 5.5 screen there. So if I just boot this on, there we go. So this is actually Motorola's UK model, and it's the first device to have a QHD screen Motorola in the UK. Obviously the Droid Turbo I believe had one, which never reached over here, or the Moto Max in Brazil. Again, it never actually reached Europe, which is a shame because the battery power is really good, and the 21 megapixel in that device. Obviously this is now a 21 megapixel camera as well, taken from like the Nexus series. I believe those kind of Nexus 6 camera in a sense, what I was told. So same metal band. You can tell again it's the same as the Moto X second gen, the design, and the Moto Nexus. Micro SIM card with an micro SD slot, or nano SIM card, sorry, with a micro SD slot in that top bit. It's a dual tray, 3.5mm socket, and again I need to set this phone up. 5 megapixel on the camera and a front forward flash for those lovely selfies that people like to do. Has active display, so again you can wave your hand over it, and obviously that display will just show you if you've had any messages, so on and so forth. Apparently, I read this yesterday, there is actually an LED behind that dual speakers. These are dual speakers on this device, unlike the Moto X second gen. Both of them are, which obviously I can test and do a review. 4G is in, we would say, and a 3000 milliamp battery. QHD screen, as I've already said. I'm just trying to think of anything I've missed out really, but it says the latest version of Lollipop, and it will be upgradable to Marshmallow, as anyone would know. like I said, 3 gig of RAM, and it's the 808 Snapdragon, I believe. So again, it wasn't the latest chip used, but for the price of the device, I think I've seen this for £330, a 16 gig model, around about that. I think it might be a Handtech 327. This was, I believe, like 359. I think it's starting around about then. But this is the 32 gig. Like I said, you've got that micro SD if it needs to be. Drop us a like, subscribe. I will try and do some more videos. I will do a comparison between all three when I get time. Thank you very much.